All right, lesson 9, rounding to the nearest unit, tenth, and hundred. So far we've been dealing in the whole numbers, but we're going to deal with some decimals here. So let's review the place value chart. So write the following number in the place value chart. We have 3.726 is how we typically say it. Well, when we're actually using numbers, we can describe what we have here. So instead of 3.726, you could say we have 3 and 726 thousandths. Our last spot here is the thousandths, so we have 726 thousandths. So let's match up these. 1.35 would be 1 and 35 hundredths. So all the way down there. 3.51 is going to be 3 and 51 hundredths. 0.53 is 53 hundredths. 1.3 is 1 and 3 tenths. 5.1 is 5 and 1 tenth. 5.0 or 0.3 is just 3 tenths straight across. 5.03 is 5 and 3 tenths, or 3 hundredths. 0.05 is 5 hundredths. And 0.35 is 35 hundredths. Perfect. So rounding decimals works the same as rounding other numbers. You look at the place value we're wanting to round to, and then look to the number to the right. Should we round up or down? Well, it's a 2, so if we're rounding to the nearest tenth, this would just be 3.7. So rules for rounding decimals. Look at the place value you're rounding to. Look to the number to the right. If that number is 0 to 4, round down. If it's from 5 to 9, round up. Let's clear this page. So we're going to round 4.635 to the nearest hundredth, tenth, and unit. So looking in the hundredths position here, the 3, and then to the number to the right is a 5. So we're actually going to round this up, 4.64. If we're rounding to the nearest tenth, we look in the tenths position, and then to the number to the right is a 3. So we actually round down to 4.6. And rounding to the nearest unit, 4.6, we look to the digit to the right is a 6. So we're going to round this up to 5. Here we have another number, 13.472. We're going to round it to the nearest hundredth. So we look in this position. The number to the right is a 2. So you actually round it down to 13.47. If we're rounding it to the nearest tenth, we look at the 4. The 7 actually rounds it up to 13.5. And to the nearest unit, we look at the 3. The number to the right is a 4, so we round down to 13. And our last example here, round 10 and 17 hundredths to the nearest tenth. First, we need to make the number, so 10 and, the word and means a decimal, 17 hundredths. Then we're going to round it to the nearest tenth, so we look at the 1, and this actually rounds to 10.2. The 7 will increase the 1 to 2.